everybody! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, Pickers, Morgan, Lone Star, Rose, Vina, Amanda, Suburban. How y'all doing? Whoop, whoop. Suburban in the house. Wayne's Country Living in the house. What's going on, everybody? So, yeah, Dee says she wants to forget the last 4 hours. You ain't the only one.
Jesus.
Thanks for costing us the game with that whole fake punt call, but we're not going to.
Right.
We're not going to talk about that. I mean, way to go, guys. Yay.
Is raw milk yours?
Yes. So, wow. Oh, well. Life goes on. You want to look up and say hi to everybody?
Hi, I'm just sharing all of our different pages and stuff. That's all. I'm sorry. Hi.
It's
everybody.
raining in South Georgia. It's been pouring
all day
here. Mark.
Hey, Mark.
How's it going? So, before we get started, I want to give a big, huge round of applause and a congratulations over there to Rose at Wholesome Roots. They had 100+ people in their live stream last night.
That's awesome.
Way to go. I think we only broke 100 one time, maybe 2 times. Mm-hmm. And the whole time that we've been doing this. So, way to go. Y'all tell everybody that we're on so we can break 100 too. Mm-hmm. But I know the feeling. So congrats, Rose. It's a pretty awesome feeling when you can do stuff like that. I think one of the times that we broke 100 was one of your very first oils class, or one of your second or third.
I think I was only in like
class.
The 50s. I don't think I ever got
No,
100.
you had one when very big, because Brad from Big Family promoted the mess out of it. And
yeah,
Smoking Reptile.
What's up?
Of course, a lot of the Bama fans are going to come in talking about Roll Tide.
Oh, sure. Of course that will happen.
But, yeah. And so, plus, it is a great time to be at Wholesome Roots Homestead right now. She's got quail eggs peeping.
Hatching, yeah.
So they're going to be hatching any time now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's exciting. I remember the first time we hatched out quail eggs. And then it turned into a
200 quail.
I don't even want to talk about that. I still have nightmares. Mm-hmm. Quail sitting like this in the cage. Blaze was what, 9 when he did it?
I just know that well, they brought it and served it on a platter until their stupid coach decided it was a good idea to punt the ball. Mm-hmm. I mean, not punt the ball.
Yeah,
but
we're not going to talk about it.
Oh, sorry. It's been intense the last like 5 minutes. So anyway.
Yeah. So it was a. It was a thing.
Yeah. I got a quail hanging out in my brooder.
Yeah. Sup, kitty? Yeah, let's just forget about it.
I'm still stressed the heck out. It was just stupid, but whatever.
Look, it was a good championship game. It was smash mouth football. And it was bad play calls. And there was referees don't win or lose games. But
look, that last run, our guy got mugged, and there was no flag, nothing. He could have had that catch.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have had it if that guy had not mugged him. That's the thing that ticks me off. Like that. Yes, we're talking about football. Not anymore. We're done.
So some exciting things here happening on our homestead.
What are you talking about, Willis?
You talking about Willis?
One-sided flag happy.
Yep.
That's about right.
So,
Anyway.
Well, thank you, Mary S. We had our very first kind of like coffee break thing.
Vlog, whatever.
We called it Time Out with Big Bear Homestead. It seems to be getting a lot of positive reviews, which I like to see because we were kind of going out on a limb with that one there. And so I'm glad to see we're getting some positive feedback.
So what kind of things have we been doing this week? You said we had a lot of things.
Well, I mean, some of the stuff that I talked about in the Time Out, you know, but today was...
Did you close the drawer? Nope. Still open just for you for next week.
I want to welcome Mama Life, Happy Wife.
There you go.
You see who that is?
Hello from Wayne's wife. Nice. Mama Life, Happy Wife. Love it. Very cool.
That is a great channel name. That just totally threw me completely off my game. So tonight, because of the SEC championship game,
that's one good looking woman right there.
We really didn't think about what to do for a show, so we figured that we would do a Q&A show. Open it up for questions that you guys may have about us, what we've got going on here.
Well, we got a couple of things we need to tell
Any
first,
questions about homesteading, essential oils, trapping, predator control.
I think there's a couple of things that I need to share, unless you just want me to do it on my own channel. Just saying.
Yeah, with your 3 subscribers.
I have 100. Look, everybody in the chat, if you're not subscribed to me, go subscribe to me. See, I'm just saying.
So, share.
So, the soap that we talked about last week, right? We gave away a free one to Palmetto. Yes. So, I used it last night to take a bath. Tell everybody what happened when I used my wonderful PTSD soap to take a bath.
You didn't wake up till almost 12 o'clock in the day. Knocked you slap out.
So, yeah. So, I think what happened is this is almost like Clary Sage. I mean, like Clary Calm in a soap bar.
The City-Stead.
Hello. I didn't pass out in the tub, but it wasn't long
Is this
after
like the
that.
second week in a row that you're sporting a 2 family t-shirt on our live show?
Probably, but it feels so good. Actually, I wore it out today, and I just haven't changed, so. But.
And is 2 family even in here?
No.
Somebody needs to tell them to get in here because Robyn is sporting her 2 family t-shirt.
I'm telling you, D, I took a bath in that, and I laid down to just kind of cool off a little because the bath was a little bit hotter than normal. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take a break for a second. Lay down on the bed and woke up 15 minutes later. Jason's like, what are you doing in here? I don't know what I'm doing in here. So then the girls, I'm going to do a show on the turmeric because I've been using turmeric and it works really, 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 really good on my back.
It's a great cover scent too, guys. For hunting, we took the turmeric and some cedar. I think I put 15 turmeric drops and 10 cedarwood drops and some avocado oil. And we put it in one of my little spray bottles, shook it up. And
I could see that because not touching you.
Dessa and I went out hunting, and it was so windy that day that we sat on the ground because I was not comfortable taking Dessa up in a tree with it being that windy. Me, I don't care about. I fall down, I get back up.
No, dear, not yet.
And so we sat down. We built us a little makeshift ground blind. And the wind was just so bad up on the one top because we live in the foothills, and so some of our land is up and down. And so we were at the one high point in the land, and we just got blown out of it. We couldn't hear, couldn't see. It was bad. Mm-hmm. And so we went down to the holler. And we were sitting down the one tree that the hurricane pulled up and pulled it up by the root ball and laid it down. He just like picked it up and said, "Here, I want you to lay right here." We sat behind it, and it was right in that area. If you guys were with us on the very first live stream that when we went hunting, it was right down. It was down in that holler, and we were sitting down in there. And we pulled out that cover scent, and Dessa just sprayed it around us like this. Mm-hmm. And we were sitting there, and it wasn't maybe 10, 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. This little baby raccoon, he was definitely from this year's litter. He couldn't have been but about that big. And,
hey!
He just come walking by Robyn and I. Uh-huh. And, Ladessa and I, and he couldn't have been 10 feet, 15 feet when he first walked by.
Yeah, he came right by y'all.
Came right by us. Mm-hmm. And then here came his mama right there shortly after him. Did not know we were there whatsoever. We tried to get the phone out to get some footage, and the only thing that Dessa really got because she was like, "I can do it, Daddy, I can do it, Daddy," and I was like, "Okay."
Scurrying off. You can see his little butt bouncing off.
And you get about 2 nanoseconds of him going right across.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool though. I mean, turmeric definitely, I could see it being, because it does smell like the ground. Like it is that's the only thing I don't like about it. And that's what I did yesterday is I put ginger and turmeric together. And I like the smell of ginger. What's up? So I did ginger and turmeric together. And that worked amazing. Yeah. So, Robyn is using my favorite cup of choice. Yep.
Yeah.
I can do that. But you can't see mine. I know, we were just talking about you. So, the other cool thing that I did this week is I tried...
Available on the Big Bear Homestead website.
It is awesome for inflammation. And what I'm dealing with is when it starts to get cold, I have really, really bad...
Liz from across the pond!
I get really, really bad spasms up underneath my shoulder blades. Really bad. Mm-hmm. And so I have Carol, because her fingers are a little bit smaller, she can kind of get up underneath my shoulder blades a little bit better. And she put avocado oil with the ginger and the turmeric, mixed it all together, and kind of worked out the spasms. And that was wonderful. It worked really well. But the soap knocked me out. Like, I am not one to, like, sit up in the couch and just, like, fall asleep. Like, I can't just sit there and just go to sleep. And yesterday, hey, look, it's Linda.
Hey, Linda.
I normally can't just sit there and just fall asleep upright in the couch. And last night it was like, you're like, well, come out of the bedroom, come in here and come watch a show. So they turned on, what were y'all watching last night? I don't remember, but I was sitting there, and then the next thing I know, I've got Carol's elbow in my rib cage, and she's like, "Mom, go to bed." And
I'm were snoring.
I know, but I don't snore that loud. I know I snore, but I don't normally snore that loud. I was snoring loud enough I was waking myself up. Whatever. I'm gonna film you snoring, and I'm gonna put it all over Facebook.
I don't care. I snore.
I'm gonna put it the stuff when you're sitting there watching TV, and you're like, "I'm not asleep," and you're like. Like wide awake. Did I make new stuff? No, I'm talking about the one from last week. But anyway, I woke myself up snoring, and then Carol woke me up, and she's like, "Mom, you need to go to bed." I have never been so out of it that I could not control my eyes being open. Like, I couldn't even open them. I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed. I was so worn out from that soap. I'm telling you, it's the soap. But you're going to try it tonight to see if it's just me or if it
I don't know if I want to try it tonight. Because it's supposed to stop. It's supposed to stop this torrential downpour sometime in the middle of the night. I want to get out there and put some traps out.
I don't know. So, and then the other thing is this week I ran out of shampoo and conditioner. And rather than run to the store, I was looking up how to make my own because I had made some before using Castile soap. So we have the stuff here to make Castile soap. And I was going to make my own shampoo again. And I got to looking online, and there's a lot of people out there that use baking soda and water. And then they use vinegar as a rinse. So you wash with the baking soda and water, and then you rinse with the vinegar water. And then it's supposed to, reset your pH and blah, 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 blah in your hair. So I tried that this week, and you're supposed to use apple cider vinegar. I haven't used apple cider vinegar because I didn't have any, but I'm going to use it today. We finally got some today, but I used white vinegar just for poops and giggles. I also added rosemary and peppermint into the vinegar water, and I do my hair gets greasy quick. So one thing I noticed is that
It smells like shampoo.
My hair didn't get nearly as greasy as quick. Like, I didn't wash my hair all day today, and normally my hair is greasy by lunchtime if I haven't taken a bath in the morning. And all day. The only thing that was different is I didn't have the vinegar until today. So my hair was the ends were a little dry, and they're still a little dry. So I think I'm going to try the apple cider vinegar to see if that makes a difference.
Kombucha vinegar.
Yeah, I bet that would work too. So, yeah, my hair is greasy by the time it dries. I have really dry hair. It likes to frizz. Tea tree and lemon, sage, and baking soda and water. I might try that. Try it in the baking soda water. But it does definitely, my hair is definitely clean. It smells good.
That smells like rosemary.
Yeah. So, I'm enjoying not having to spend bukus of money on shampoo and conditioner. That's nice. Because baking soda's cheap. We got a big box of it at Aldi today for 49 cents. So, and vinegar, we use vinegar for everything. So, we're always going to have vinegar in the house. We got some apples from Aldi to go ahead and start some apple cider vinegar. So, we're going to do that too. So, we can make our own and not just buy the stuff at the store. Mm-hmm. So, greasy roots, dry ends, and frizz all over here. That's close to me. Yeah. So, alright. So, anyway, that's my thing. Now you can open it up for...
Oh, thank you for your permission.
You're welcome.
Alright, so let's open it up. Q&A time. Questions about anything. Homesteading, our homestead, essential oils, predator control, trapping, things that we got going on. And while we're waiting for the first question to come in, I'm going to show something.
Oh, okay.
Y'all might want to start keeping an eye out on this magazine. Just saying.
Coconut oil is great.
Just gonna just
hair
leave it
dry and
at
frizzy.
that.
I might try that coconut oil.
Just gonna put that out there like that. Think that was a big enough hint?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't know why you would do that.
Because I'm crazy.
Backwoodsman.
Backwoodsman.
I missed it. What's that magazine? Please show it again.
It's the Backwoodsman. Y'all might want to just, every time you go in Walmart, just, if you see it in there, just take a peek.
Did I miss it? No.
You might see somebody you know.
I'm hoping. Be nice.
So, let's get some questions, guys. I don't know if you guys watched the vlog that we put out, not Time Out with Big Bear, but the one before that was the very first, the vlog. We were talking about
That wasn't a spider.
on live too. Yeah, bow.
That was a stink bug.
Yeah.
Hey, Floyd.
No, that wasn't JJL on the cover. He wishes. That guy's a lot prettier than Josh.
No.
But you guys know we processed a hog in this last little cold snap that we had. Well, the stuff that we didn't use, the stomach, the pancreas,
Liver.
No, we chopped the liver up for Apollo. The kidneys went to Apollo. Heart went to Apollo. Lungs went to Apollo. But anything else that couldn't be used for us, we dropped it in our, what we call in our boneyard.
Gut pile.
We, for some reason, we got 0 pictures.
Did he go get the...
But he didn't get the card today.
Oh.
But the very next day, all that stuff was gone. And we got 0 pictures. I don't know if the trail cam messed up or if they were just... that tree was too far back and it was just out of range. We're still learning this game camera.
Mm-hmm.
And so... Keeping it Dutch.
Do we have a smokehouse? Not yet. We're working on it.
That is getting built this year.
So, Linda had a question. How
Yeah.
long does straw keep if it's kept indoors?
Indefinitely. As long as you keep it dry, it should keep
For a while,
for a while. But I don't know why you would want to keep it... You mean like indoors? Like in a barn? Or...
You gotta be really careful with...
Yeah, because you got to be
With
careful
hay.
because it'll be...
It can...
straw will catch fire quick.
Yeah, if it's not put up right.
Prime example is one of the guys up the road was cutting it, and some just got on the I think he said it was the exhaust pipe on the tractor that they were cutting it, and it lit right up.
And it took out half his field. Like,
Yeah.
that was bad. Like, it was quick. So...
How many hogs do you want to process this winter? Well, it really depends on what.
well, it's just a funny question because remember today...
Yeah. To be honest with you, it really depends on the amount of cold snaps we get, and basically the amount of what other stuff we have hanging. If I got a bunch of beavers and stuff hanging, and I'm in the middle of a cold snap, I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and process a hog too. But let me tell you, that hog produced, I think we've got a gallon of lard.
I think so. So far.
Yeah.
Yes. In the U.S., is a pig and a hog the same thing? Yes.
Yeah. No, Rose, we've never...
This one was a suckling pig.
No, we've never done that one.
I just got one. It was,
Well, in the U.S., a pig and a hog are not really the same thing.
Well,
remember, it's about the size.
Yeah, that's true.
A pig is usually anything 200 pounds or less. Anything over 250, most people refer to that as a hog.
Yeah, because pig's short for piglet, so you kind of got, like they're still young enough. So
Yeah.
I was in today's video. We haven't watched any videos today. We've been menu planning and grocery store planning and all that stuff. So yeah, they use them loosely. So was Wilbur a pig? Yes.
Yeah. So this little American guinea hog that we processed was,
I
didn't put it on the scale, so it may have weighed 225 if it was lucky, and that's being extremely generous. But we got a tremendous amount of fat off of him, and the marbling. Like if you go back and you look at that timeout video, or that timeout vlog, or whatever you want to call it, and you can see the marbling in the meat.
Yeah. 6-month-old. But at 6 months, that's, I mean...
Yeah.
That's old enough. I mean, you said a suckling. When I hear suckling, I'm thinking a lot younger than 6. I mean, 6 months, they're weaned and on their own by then, so... Yeah.
Hey, Amy.
But, okay, so are we familiar with micro and miniature pigs? Yes. Kids and myself want one as an indoor pet, but don't want it to end up huge. You have to vet your supplier where you're buying from. That's
the most important thing. But if you do get that, and Wayne does let that in the house, I would like pictures. Try to get pictures of Wayne holding it, please. And that would be absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. Will you be able to get bacon from the pig? We didn't.
We could have, but we chose not to. With this one, we went ahead and snatched her up because we were going after the fat. Because trapping season opening, we eat beaver, and beaver is just like a deer. It's extremely lean, and so you do have to add some fat to it, especially when you're grinding it for sausage and burger, so that way you don't burn it. When you're cooking it.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, so... Beaver jerky. Absolutely. We've had it. It's fantastic. Blaze made some beaver jerky, and it was
last a day.
Amazing. Would it be better to wait until your smokehouse is up?
Right now, I like to butcher, because, see, here's the thing. I have to do most of my butchering this time of year.
Yeah,
because we get so stinking hot that if you butcher in the spring or in the summertime or in the autumn time, you're battling blowflies.
Yeah.
And some people that don't bother, some it does tremendously. That's why I don't do a lot of deer hunting in August or September.
No, when it's still warm outside, no. Because if you let it out to hang, there's flies everywhere.
Yeah. The only way I go deer hunting August, September, and even depending on the weather, some of the beginning of October, is if we have decided we're taking it to a processor. Right. Because when I drop it, I throw it right in the truck, and we go straight to the processor.
And then they have they immediately put it in a cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but our problem is that we had a cold snap, and everything was great. So you did the pig, and you hurried up to start chopping it up because today it got up into almost into the 60s, and tomorrow it's still going to be kind of warm, but then it's going to drop again, so it'll be cold again.
What's in what hole?
What's in that hole? What hole? I don't even like to squirrel hunt when it's warm. Well, see, we won't squirrel hunt until after the frost. Because of...
Or if it gets very close to a frost.
Oh, you're talking about this. It's a mic. And I just racked everybody's ears. You can still see it. There you go. Oh, Dutch has a hole. Oh, yeah. I don't know. After the first heavy frost. That's what we always wait for. And it's so funny because Ladessa, every year, she's itching now. And she's asking me every day, when's it going to freeze? When's it going to freeze? When's it going to freeze? And finally it froze. And she was like, Mom, is that frost on your windshield? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, does that mean it froze last night? I'm like, yeah, it froze. That's awesome. We could go hunting now.
Yeah, but I like to let my critters hang for the time frame.
Couple days, yeah.
So then that way all of the blood gets drained out. When I have to hurry up and do it when it's warm, then that means I usually have to stick it in a cooler with ice, and those can get forgotten about.
Hey, Daddy's life. What's up?
And the next thing you know, you wasted a bunch of meat.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're relying on some not reliable teenagers to keep putting ice.
Keep putting ice in it. That's
in
the problem.
Cooler. And you said you put ice in it, and they say, yeah, and all of a sudden you got this smell, and you don't know why. So...
Speaking of smell, I had a dead mouse in my shop today, or in my workshop today.
It'll be okay.
I still want to know how that happened.
It's better than a live mouse.
Well, I mean, but how did that happen?
Somebody could have walked past that trap, kicked it. Why do people wait until after the first frost before picking mixed greens?
I've heard they're better after the frost. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has... I think they're not as bitter after the frost. What?
She's like, oh, I've just remembered that there's a brace of pheasants hanging in the piggery. Shoot, they've been there for a week. Oh, no.
Hope it's been cold over there.
Oh, no. Oh, that probably doesn't smell very good. Let's see. Frost makes the greens sweeter. Makes them taste better. So, C. Dean says,
yeah,
Big
that's
Bear.
what I was getting ready to do. You did a video on peach pits. You can't get hers to open.
Even with a knife.
Even with a knife. Any suggestions? Yes. Do you have a vice?
Yeah.
And because that's what we boiled down to. Mm-hmm. And it's funny that you asked, because in next week's timeout, you guys are going to see something. Mm-hmm. If you can put the seed with the point facing up, put it in the vise and crank it down.
Yeah, they're going to be stinky. Ugh. Farm on Quail Hollow, what's up?
And if you can get that vise to start to pop open that seed.
Yeah.
You'll get the very top part of it will pop open. And text him and tell him to bring me some of the peach pits that we have in the house.
Peach pits?
Yeah, we still got some in the bag.
Oh, okay.
And I think they're in the one bag. Wait a minute, is that them right up there?
Where?
Or is that my incense?
That's incense.
Okay. Just made 60 bottles of eggnog. Okay, my address, Farm on Quail Hollow, is... Want to trade? I got a bunch of bottles of mead.
You keep trading and we're not going to have any.
That's true, too. Matter of fact, I got some...
You need to take stock of what you got left.
Yeah, I might not say... Let me hold back on the meat. I don't know how much I got left because I've been kind of embracing my Viking lately. We may have to go with muscadine wine. Muscadine wine.
Which is Fantismo as well. Man, we're only 7 away from 800 on Instagram. So close. I want to get to 1,000. I want to get that 1K.
Okay, if you guys are not following us on Instagram, we are 7 followers away from 800. If you could please make my beautiful bride's day and go over to Instagram and follow us on Instagram, I would appreciate that.
Bottles. Holy cow.
Can y'all do a video on making wine? Yeah, we probably could.
I mean, it'll have to be
next year when the grapes come. That's one of the things that we were talking about today. Because this winter, we're going to be transplanting our apple trees, our peach trees, our plum trees, our fig trees, our pear trees. And we already got one peach tree on property.
Right.
And if things continue to go right...
Oh, that was an arm.
We will have a total of 3 peach trees to add. To our orchard.
I'm going to end up falling in this chair.
Okay, well, we will all laugh. See if I can get a good fat one. There we go.
Jason, you said 2-year-old sausage. Josh ate Stony Ridge. Have you ever made anything like that? 2-year-old sausage.
I haven't seen that one.
No room on the balcony for fruit trees.
Okay, now I want to go back to C. Dean for a second, everybody. All right, C. Dean, can you see how the pointy part of the peach pit, you have it facing up inside the vise, and you start to crank it down. Why all of a sudden are we getting dark?
It's autofocus.
Oh, you start to crank it down. This part will space open a little bit as you're doing it because the pressure's from the side. You kind of want to have your vise at about middle, maybe even down a little bit further, and it'll pop that open to where then you can take a knife, dig in there, and pop it open.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way. I tried using vice grips. I tried using channel locks, and it just wasn't really coming. We ended up doing
a vise.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked because you were able to get the seeds out.
Yep.
Yeah.
But be careful handling the seeds on the inside because they are very high in arsenic.
Is it arsenic or cyanide?
Cyanide, I think. And
just be careful.
Yeah, don't eat it because it could kill you.
Okay.
Okay, Jason.
Wayne wants to know what would be your bait of choice for squirrels.
Okay, I want to go back to Dutch first.
Dutch had a question?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I have not seen Stony Ridge sausage video, so I can't really answer that. Have we made sausage? Yes, we've made sausage.
But not 2-year-old, like aged.
No,
not yet.
But that is coming.
Yeah.
Because we just read a recipe on salami, pepperoni, and what was the other one? Summer sausage.
I just saw salami.
Okay.
Streams disconnected. Attempting.
Like cage traps, I use the black sunflower seeds. Put a big pile on the pan. They'll go in there all day long. I noticed in your videos you like to use the 110 Conibear with you put bait on the trigger. They do, and I can get these for you if you want me to order them for you, and I'll let you know how much they cost. They do have a bait plate that will slide onto those triggers where you could put a peanut butter and black sunflower seed mix on it. Now, I would use more of a chunky peanut butter than a creamy peanut butter. Then that way you can have that on there and do it that way. Now, we're going to be showing how we trap our squirrels with the 110 Conibear and how we use a box trap. We built a box to be able to do it, so that way we can pretty much catch 2 at a time. So that video will be coming out soon, Wayne. That might be able to help you out a little bit.
Let's see.
Okay, let's see. Hold on.
Okay, so Green Gables was the next one. I don't understand why you're opening the peach pit. We did a video on being able to plant a peach seed to start another tree, and in order to do that, you have to get the seed out of the pit.
Well, you don't have to.
Well,
basically, this is called a stone fruit.
Right.
And peaches, apricots, plums, they're called stone fruit. Meaning that their seed has an outer, harder core shell to protect them. And you have to either scar this with a way that it will expose the seed that's inside this to the elements in order for it to be, in order for it to germinate. That's the word I was looking for. Or you have to wait a long time for Mother Nature to break it down and do that for you. Right. So it's, instead of using some type of an acid or something, it's just easier to pop this open, get the seed out, and then plant the seed. But before you do that, you need to stick this in the refrigerator to mimic winter for 8 weeks.
Jason did a really good video on it. And there's actually a follow-up. There's a part 2 that part 1 did really well. And part 2 is like, people kept asking for it and then nobody went and watched it. So it's kind of weird. But there's actually a follow-up video. And then I think you're going to do a little bit more of a follow-up with your timeout, right? No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Jason, I recently filled the freezer with bacon venison burger and maple venison sausage. What, if any, mixtures do you use with the venison?
Well, we don't get all fancy like that. Mm-hmm. We are a huge ground beef type of family.
Ground meat family. Mm-hmm.
So we'll use venison for meatloaf, for tacos, for taco rice and cheese, meatballs, and stuff like that. So we pretty much season ours right when we're getting ready to use it, just like we would if it was ground beef. Same way what we do with our sausage in the morning. Because it may be that we're in the mood for spicy sausage. And so, and instead of, most of the time with the spicy sausage, Mama doesn't like it. So we usually do those when she's at work. And so we don't want to waste the whole 2-pound pack for just me and the girls.
Right. Did you see the bear that Teresa posted earlier?
Yes.
Yeah. Ladessa was foaming at the mouth. So... Probably, Liz, because peaches and plums, they grow pretty much great in the same area. If you got a lot of volunteers, plums coming up, you should be able to grow peaches too. Mm-hmm. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if some of ours actually...
Did we get our peach tree in the ground? No, I transplant in the wintertime. That way there's less of a shock. So that peach tree will be going in with our other peach trees here basically in the next couple weeks.
So Farm on Kohala says, I'm in love with the rosemary garlic blend. I bet that's good with pork. Rosemary garlic flavoring would be good.
Because see, when I was in school for horticulture, that was one of the things that they taught us. It's better to transplant trees in the wintertime. Here.
No. You got Splenda in yours.
No, I don't think so. Than in the summer or springtime. Because there's so much going on with the roots and stuff, then you don't want to, when you're transplanting, to aggravate it and damage roots and stuff like that. Peaches and plums are in the rose family. Rosemary is awesome, but you got to chop that up fine or it'll get stuck in your teeth and guts. That's why a lot of folks grind it with that pedestal and
mortar and pestle.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what you said. I know. I knew that's what you said. It's just like my son today explained to me that something was subsequently, and I was like, yo, huh? You know, it's subsequently happened, blah, blah, blah. I was like, subsequently? He's like, subsequently. I'm like, no, subsequently. And then his other one was today we were listening to the football games, and I guess South Carolina played Akron. And so he was like, yeah, South Carolina's playing, they're making up a game, blah, blah, blah. They're playing Akron. And I was like, who? And he's like, Akron. And I'm like, Akron? He's like, no, it's Akron. I'm like, no, it's not. How did you score so high on the SATs?
He does that stuff to do exactly that.
I dry mine and ground in a coffee grinder. Yeah, you can do that too. We have that, not the bullet, but the immersion blender with the food processor blade that goes in it. And that's what we use.
Look, I do my best to try to grow rosemary in containers to try to keep it in check.
That is a video on YouTube about the names. It's so funny. Oh, so maybe that's what it is. I don't know. He killed me.
Because rosemary can get a little out of control. It's not invasive, but it can grow.
Well, it'll be
huge.
Like, yeah, it's this huge bush. Yeah.
I'm listening but trying to work on other stuff while I am.
Big project coming up I'm working on.
Woo-hoo!
Yay.
Good for you.
Can't wait to hear all about it. Take these two. There was something floating in my tea. I'm not sure what
it happened subsequently.
Yeah, it subsequently happened. Thank you, dear. Appreciate it.
Teresa, we grew horseradish, and it grew great in a raised bed for 2 years. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if the ants got to it or
I don't know. It just
a mole or something got to it. It just
never came back.
Poof, disappeared. And we went digging in that raised bed and couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if one of my friendly neighbors came and dug it up.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's gone.
it was doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, we would dig up a little bit, and you could only cut off a little bit because
yeah.
Ooh, mama.
It was
and
gone.
you know the leaves were tasty too. The leaves were good when we chopped them up, put them in the salad. They added a little chop to the salad.
I bet.
Yeah. I grow horseradish.
I won't grow horseradish. I don't like it.
That's not what it says.
I know. Probably really healthy, too.
And look, it was spicy when it was going in.
Oh,
if you follow me here,
even
it was
worse
spicy coming out.
Going back out, yeah.
But I love horseradish.
Yeah. It's really good. Especially when you start cooking, roasts and things like that, French dips, things like, Huh. I was wondering that because I was going to
say, I wonder where she went.
Thought she disappeared on us.
I don't know. Have her refresh, Wayne, or go out and come back in and see what's up. Mm-hmm. Because nobody timed her out. Unlike you, who's fixing to get it. See? But, I mean, when you make us when you get those cravings for Arby's, when we go, I get a big honking handful of horseradish, and I just coat my potato cakes with them.
Yeah, and I used to not eat horseradish, but then after you tried it a couple of times, I'll mix the 3 pepper sauce with the horseradish, or the Arby's sauce with the horseradish. God, now you got me wanting Arby's. You suck.
So, it's December, and this week, we got some plants that we have to start in December in order for us to grow here in northeast Georgia. Even though we were at the foothills of the mountains, and we don't get as hot as South Georgia. Mm-mm. Oh, I would love that too, family.
Absolutely.
We are getting ready to start our broccoli, our cauliflower,
Holzheimer's like, what?
and our Brussels sprouts indoors. Mm-hmm. We're going to start the seeds indoors, and we're going to baby them, and then they're going to go outside in undercover in galoshes and everything. But I may play that by ear because I got a funny feeling we are going to get some snow. But what we're going to end up doing is going to get them started, and we're going to start them in the seed packets from the seeds. Start them just like how we would any other one. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to transplant it into a smaller pot, into a bigger pot.
Yep.
And then when it's ready to go, it'll go out into the ground, heavily mulched.
And we have that.
And we've got the covers that we're going to put over them.
We've got this great little, mini hoop house. Mm-hmm. It's and it's just big enough that you can kind of move it around and wherever it needs to go. So we'll be able to...
I've been missing... I wear
aprons.
And they are back. I've been missing you guys so much.
Sounds like what I'm doing. Yeah,
we're just about... Look, if you guys have never had Scrabble, you guys need to hit up I Wear Aprons. See if they'll sell you some.
Yum.
Because they make some of the most phenomenal...
The best Scrabble. It was so good.
And I'm almost out, by the way.
Crapple.
And with Santa Claus being right around the corner. It was awesome.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Scrapple, no crapple. Her grandson shot a big buck.
Yep.
Yeah. You said Scrapple.
I said Scrabble. Scrapple.
You said Scrabble, but it's Scrapple.
That's what I said.
I know. It's exactly what you said.
Look, you and Teresa just like to pick on me. Y'all just don't listen to how I enunciate things. So.
You're trying to mess up enunciate, but you got it right, and so it's not funny anymore.
I wasn't trying to mess it up. I think I just swallowed a stink bug that was in my tea.
Cooked 80 pounds of venison for Scrapple today. Ugh.
If you run out of room in your freezer.
Like cloches, yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. But, yep. 14-7 OSU.
What is Scrapple? Don't talk about it, please.
Well, it's not like I'm going to talk about haggis.
Mm.
It's a piece of heaven, Green Gables. It is a breakfast meat that...
It tastes good, but thinking about what it is not pretty.
It's pretty much the scraps of when they're butchering something. Mm. And you fry it.
Where's I wear aprons? She'll tell you exactly what it is.
I mean, it's like head cheese and...
I really don't want to know what's in it, but it tastes good, but...
I mean, it's not like it's haggis where they stick all the organs in the
It's
stomach.
all the leftovers, kind of like head cheese.
Yeah. Head cheese was an okay hit here. I think only Blaze and I really liked it. Nobody else could get past the fact that it was head.
It was gross.
Yeah, don't look at it. So.
Heart, liver, bone, meat, thickened with cornmeal. Thickened with buckwheat. There you go. We were given frozen grits in a cube, sliced and fried. They called that Scrapple? No.
It's so good. So good. I didn't know it had the heart in it.
I just threw it in my mouth a little.
It's great. It's so good. So good.
The cornmeal and stuff is kind of what holds it all together.
Yeah.
And it...
You do it in real thin slices.
Now, the really cool thing was the stuff that I Wear Aprons sent it was pumpkin flavored. Was it pumpkin?
You're talking about the sausage, and you don't need to bring that up. You don't need to bring that up because I don't want nobody else hitting her up for something like that. Because that stuff was so good. That pumpkin sausage.
Why did I feel like I thought the Scrapple had flavor to it too.
No.
Goes in as Scrapple, comes out as. Give me fresh sliced tomatoes and you can have all my Scrapple. We never put the deer heart in Scrapple. That gets cooked and pickled at my house.
Mm-hmm. I'm almost out of my Scrapple.
Yeah.
So, that was good.
Mm-hmm. What goes in must come out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When the Scrapple hits the fan.
Yeah.
Oh, love you, Rose. Have a good night.
Wow, she just went straight over love you, the whole love you. She just went straight
most.
love you most. That's kind of cheating.
Now when she's got to go quickly. Have you heard of Buffalo Wild Wings? Pumpkin flavored wings.
Good night, Rose. And once again, congratulations on your 100 folks in your live stream.
I don't know that I would be all for pumpkin flavored wings. That just doesn't seem like that would fit.
Look, you can only take pumpkin flavor so far.
A couple of things, yeah.
You can do pumpkin cakes.
Yeah. I could see even like they did a pumpkin version of like Cheerios. Something like that that's still kind of a baked bready kind of thing. I could see. Or a pumpkin creamer. You liked pumpkin spice creamer.
Yeah. Saw a recipe on YouTube about cooking a pork shoulder inside a pumpkin. Now that sounds interesting.
The only thing I like pumpkin is pumpkin rolls. That's it.
Now, see, I like pumpkin pie.
Yep. Oh, 4 deer briskets to smoke and make bacon. Yum.
Oh, I never thought
Deer
about
bacon?
making deer bacon.
I bet it would be good.
See, I want to go to
I
Pennsylvania.
don't even like pumpkin flavored pumpkins.
I want to go to Pennsylvania during processing time, and I just want to hang out with I wear aprons for a month or a week, however long they'll put up with me, and I will give free labor because I think I would come back, eyes just because my brain would be ready to explode with all of the information that I experience and knowledge that I would learn hanging out with them. Because they butcher everything. That's what they do. And the proof was they sent us what did they call it? A Pennsylvania love package like 2 years ago. And we're just now coming to the end of everything that was in it.
That was some good loving.
And everything that was
Peach mango sausage. You better shut your mouth because I'm fixing to drive up to Pennsylvania. I'm just saying. Because
well, I mean, it is your grandma's birthday.
Oh, peach mango sausage,
we
Jason.
could do one of those.
Mango's on sale right now at Aldi. It was only 59 cents.
I forget I wear aprons. Are you more on the Philadelphia side or the Pittsburgh side? I thought aren't they like right in the middle, slap dab in the middle?
Yeah, I know you could too, family.
Now, if I get some friends from Ohio to flatten on your tires,
Oh,
take the starter out of your car.
oh no, out of Daryl's truck.
Yep.
No mango, no pawpaw or papaya. Nope. Live a little, Teresa. It's good. I know a guy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, go Penn State.
Close to the state college, yeah.
So they're like you got Lancaster, York.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew they were closer
State college
to
up in there. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad lives in Pittsburgh. My grandmother still lives, and two of my aunts live in Pittsburgh. Yeah. So, I went to basketball camp at Penn State.
Here we go about basketball camp.
It was cool. Hello, my friends. Matt
Hey,
Ryan.
Matt
Hello.
Ryan, how you doing? Welcome to the show, Matt.
Between Harrisburg, yeah. Penn State, ew.
You just say that because they used to whoop up on Ohio State.
Used to.
Yeah, used to. Penn State went downhill when they lost Paterno. But
Anyway,
get into that.
So it is almost 9 o'clock.
I know. It's almost time to go.
Now it's time to say
So,
goodbye.
last minute questions. Last minute questions before we call it a night. So, can we do a little teaser about what we're going to be doing tomorrow?
What are we doing tomorrow?
What you said you wanted to make?
It is Farm on Quail Hollow. I was going to say that. Just a couple. I've gone up 3. So, that's nice. Thank you. What?
Whoosh.
What are we doing tomorrow?
Whoosh. What did you say you wanted to make?
Soap. I gotta make soap tomorrow. I really gotta make soap tomorrow. What? What am I making? Bread?
No.
Biscuits? No. Bring it in right here.
Homemade soup, and it goes. You usually have them with soup.
Oh, crackers. Yeah. Yeah, so we have a recipe. Okay, so most of y'all know that we've kind of had a pretty rough go of it the last couple of months. And we've been trying to figure out ways to pinch pennies anywhere that we can. And so, just like how we did the shampoo and conditioner thing, we did all that and took that out of our budget. So we decided this week we were going to do soups because we have a lot of soup bones and we have a whole lot of other stuff.
Okay, hold on, dude. You didn't whoop up on
No.
Georgia.
No.
Look, there was some bad coaching calls that gave y'all the game. We just handed y'all it in the second half.
Yep.
Because we were stomping a mud hole and walking it dry.
The first half.
All the way up to like near the end of the third quarter.
Mm-hmm. So this week we decided we're going to do a bunch of different soups, try a bunch of things, because we have a lot of dried beans and things like that we want to make soups out of. So we have some lentils. So we're going to try and make lentil soup with some ham hock and ham pieces. We're going to, do chilies and things like that. So one of the things I was looking at was that we don't have any crackers. And I couldn't justify buying crackers. I'm like, but there's got to be a way to make your own. So, of course, we looked it up. And, of course, there's several recipes. So, we're going to try and make... there's a couple things I want to try and make tomorrow. I want to do crackers tomorrow. I'm probably going to do a round of Buckeyes.
Yes!
I'm probably going to do a round of Thin Mints. Because we need a little bit of not comfort food, but a little bit of sweets that we had everything with the exception all of my vanilla extract was gone. So I had to buy some vanilla extract. But other than that, we have everything. So we're going to go ahead and make a couple of those this week to kind of give everybody a little bit of a morale boost.
Okay, so if you hear about Big Bear going into a diabetic coma, you now know why. I love some Buckeyes.
Yeah, so we're going to do Buckeyes, and we're going to do Thin Mints, which we have a video on the Thin Mints, but we're going to do Thin Mints. I may do some of that and throw it up on my channel, too. Just kind of put a little, almost like, I think I'm probably going to do a vlog kind of thing, and we'll just have a couple of shots of that stuff going on. But we're going to do that. What else was I going to make? Oh, hamburger buns. We are going to make, we're going to have,
Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe.
So we're going to have Sloppy Joes this week. And so we thought we would try to make some hamburger buns. So I'm going to try and do, because the weather is still going to be kind of nasty in the morning, I figured what we would do is we'll make the, because I've got grits and stuff for breakfast in the morning, so we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. And then afterwards, I'll make the crackers and the hamburger buns, and then we'll do the sweets after that. So
everybody wants to know what your
my channel,
your cheating channel is.
My cheating channel is The Working Momsteader. And it's The Working Momsteader is mine. So I guess I could do this real quick. Maybe I can come on here, and I gotta do this, and do this, say, hey.
I don't know what to tell y'all.
There you go. That's my channel. So you can just click on that one, and
I'm about to take that ranch away.
You can just click on that, and it should let you go to the channel, and go from there. So I haven't really done a whole lot on it yet. But that's coming. See, the problem is that Jason can't upload videos from my phone. And so I'm going to have to learn how to work the camera in order to be able to get footage that he'll be able to turn into.
You're going to learn how to edit your own stuff too, unless you're going to be paying me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it, y'all. You have any natural waxing recipes? I have never waxed. And I am not somebody, I don't, and this is something probably all y'all don't care to know, but I don't shave my legs that often during the winter, especially during the winter time.
Or the summer, or the spring.
Because once
you don't shave unless we going out somewhere.
Once you let it grow out, it gets, it's soft. My hair is not you can't really tell that I haven't shaved in a while, and you can see it, but you can't really feel it that well. Feel my leg. Feel my leg, baby. It's not bad, right?
Just brings my silver back out.
I I don't know. So, no shave November. There you go. Did you set some traps today?
No, Matt, no. I didn't. It was been raining here so hard.
In true Georgia form.
You could barely see in front of your face.
I'm like a Yeti. That made me laugh so hard.
Look, to be honest, I would prefer it if she doesn't shave, because when we go out somewhere and she wants to put on a nice dress, she always feels like she has to shave even though her dress covers it up. And then it's like sleeping with a porcupine for the next month and a half.
It grows out, yeah. Because I don't keep up with it, and that's the thing is like I wear pants and stuff, you know, all winter, and then in the summertime at my job, there's still a lot of stuff going on. So a lot of times I still wear pants, even if it's hot, because we have dust and stuff flying around all the time that. You know, I don't wear a whole lot of stuff that it matters that I wear that I don't shave. So, and that's just another added expense. Having to replace razors all the time and stuff. Razors are high. So, you know.
Yep, you're always warm.
There you go. Yep. There you go.
I wish she would grow hair on her feet.
Oh my God, no.
Because her feet are like ice cubes. And then she's like, I always know when her feet are like really cold, she's like, "Baby, how's your back?" I'm like, "It's okay. Are you sure? You sure it's okay?" Or if I'm like, "Oh, it's a little tight," she's like, "Well, here," and she puts these ice cold feet right in the small of my back, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" "I'm just trying to help the swelling go down. Trying to help stop with the inflammation."
Like they're cold right now, feel them. They're ice cold.
I know you got some hammer toes going on right around. Look at that. You could climb a tree. Oh,
I gotta cut my toenails. Yeah. I probably could. Yeah, I live in black leggings, so now my porcupine hair's poked through looking like glue. That's awesome.
That's funny.
So yeah, my feet, the whole rest of my body will be like a fire.
Yes.
But my feet are always cold. And I always attribute that. My mother, from what memories I do have, my mother was always like that. Her feet were always cold. One of my last memories of her was when she was in the hospital. I remember like her feet were like ice. And they had to put compression things on her legs to keep her, keep the blood flowing because the feet were just so cold all the time.
One of the things, I want a beaver blanket for my bed, but there's no way I'm putting a beaver blanket on my bed with this one. She's a furnace.
I need and that's the thing, like, when it's cold, Jason is still, like, he's got the blanket off, and he's, like, just in his drawers to go to bed. Me, I've got, like, fleece shirt on, fleece pants on, and he's like, "Will you please?"
And then she's like, "Come get underneath the covers." No.
Mm-mm.
No.
And, like, when we've been, before we had the heat running back to there, I could open up the blankets and you just see steam just like come up out of the bed. I'm like, whoops.
There has been times that I have cuddled up to you and my skin went shh.
Now I do know, like, and so that's the other thing is I've been in like perimenopause, so like I don't normally feel hot. Like, he can tell me that I feel warm, but I don't feel warm. But God, let me have a hot flash. Let me have a hot flash, because then the blanket's
Then
flying.
she comes to the dark side, baby. Opening up the window, putting the fan in. And
walking
I'm like,
into the refrigerator, like opening the door, like putting my head in there.
I'm going to sleep good tonight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hell flashes. No, I call them my midnight snacks with Satan. That's what I call them. Because that's exactly what it feels like. Like I'm in hell. You might have issues with your veins, like varicose. I don't have any varicose veins. But, I mean, yeah, nuclear Armageddon. So, make me a bed in a deep freezer, really. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. So
that's the way I am.
So that's the issue. Is like Jason likes to have. I mean, even if it's 30 degrees outside, he wants the windows open and a fan blowing cold air on us.
Yeah.
And I'm like buried under 4 blankets. Like, as soon as I learned how to make blankets, like that was my goal, was to make enough crocheted blankets so that I could like pile them over myself. Just the weight of it was enough to make me feel warmer. So Amazon makes a killer ice vest. You know, so we're familiar with those.
Yeah.
Because when we used to do a lot of dressing up with the superheroes.
Okay, let me tell this story.
Go ahead.
If you guys have been around with the channel for a long time, you know Robyn and I used to dress up with the superheroes in Augusta to go around and visit the children with cancer. Robyn was Wonder Woman and I was Wolverine. And we had the Incredible Hulk, we had Superman. Matter of fact, we did a live show from the Christmas party with the superheroes, which we are still allowed to attend. We're going to go to this year, even though we didn't get to really any events. We didn't get to go to Halloween Heart or anything.
One of the things with the hospital, though, is that they've really tightened down on stuff, and now they want...
You got to go get a PPD shot, and you got to go get it.
You got to do all this stuff, and it just, I'm just not there.
It's very time consuming because Augusta's now an hour and a half away from us. But anyway, we used to do this, and we used to do it very regularly. And
when we lived there,
when we lived there, we never missed a hospital visit. We never missed anything. And when we moved, we kept up with a little bit, but as you know, life happens and finances got strained. That was one of the things that had to get cut.
Well, and we've also only had the one vehicle, so going back and forth has just been...
And so since the wreck, since Blaze wrecked the truck, there's no way for us to get down there and do it. But anyway, Jeff is the guy who makes all the costumes.
He's the guy that's Hulk, and if you see any of our pictures with it, he's usually
Jeff
in Hulk.
stands about 6'8".
I don't know if he's that tall, but he's massive. And
but he weighs probably close to...
He's almost as wide as he is tall.
Probably close to 400 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a big dude.
But he's big.
Put it to you this way. This is how big he is. When we're in the movie theater, when we're doing the openings, I could come in a flat run. I'm 200. My heaviest, I was 260 pounds. I could come in a flat run and jump onto Jeff's back, and he wouldn't even stutter step. He would just be like, ugh. And he'd look at me, how did I tell you not to do that?
That's the funny part.
Not to do that, because I'm going to wind up freaking out and throwing you. Because, see, Jeff he's this big dude, but he's got this really high, squeaky voice.
Yeah, it's kind of entertaining.
And, but he because one of the co-founders, Brian, who was Superman, got overheated one year and had a heart attack. So Jeff invested in a bunch of those vests. And it was a movie premiere where some of the kids that were getting discharged from the hospital, they would come with us to the opening of the superhero movie, and we would sit with them in costume and watch the superhero movie. And the movie theaters would let them in for free, us in for free, and we would just have to, the superheroes would just have to sit out front and stuff and shake hands, take pictures, da-da-da-da. And Jeff come up to me and said, you need to put an ice vest on. I said, Jeff, I don't want to wear an ice vest. You going to put an ice vest on? No, Jeff. I'm not going to put an ice vest on. I'm going to arm wrestle you for it. If I win, you're going to put the ice vest on. And I was so frustrated because when I'm in that suit, I zone out. I'm there for the kids. I'm having a fun time with the kids. I don't even think about being hot. And I make sure I'm always hydrated when I go, so my body regulates itself. And the things about those ice vests, and I'm not trying to be funny and I'm not trying to be perverted,
his nipples
but they make my nipples so hard that they hurt. And I'm like, Jeff, I'm not putting it on. They bother me. I'm like, you gonna put this ice vest on? No, Jeff, I'm not. Well, back and forth, he's like, fine, let's arm wrestle. And I was like, fine. We'll arm wrestle for it.
We were at a movie premiere for that one, yeah.
And everybody else gathered around. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like the third biggest dude there. It's like, really, I'm tied for second because me and Drew go back and forth.
Yeah.
And Jeff is like the biggest dude there. So everybody heard that we were going to arm wrestle.
So everybody gathered around, yeah.
Boom. And we lock arms. And he's like, go. And I went, huh. And it didn't move. And I'm trying to cheat. I'm reaching over here behind me, grabbing one of the tables that's secured to the floor. We're bending up the table. And I'm pulling on it. And he goes, you don't wear that ice vest. Bow! And put the thing down. I was like, give it to me. And I put that ice vest on. I was so miserable the whole time. My nipples hurt. And then it was like all the kids, because it was also the special needs time. At that one, a lot of the special needs kids came. And a lot of them right there at that right height, when they come running up to give you a hug, press that ice chest. Oh, man, my nipples were dying.
No, it wasn't at that. It was at the movie premiere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was a couple of those. A couple of those kids that came to the movie.
But at the movie premiere, we were there. And I just posted, if you're on our Facebook pages, I just posted a picture of that particular one, shared it on there. But that's what we do. When we were able to go, we would go. Yeah. Because it wasn't just about the hospitals. They would do birthday parties sometimes for people that were, in need. There was also, there was a child that was shot, was it 2 years ago? Yeah. He was shot at school. Something happened at school, and the little boy was shot. And they went up there for the funeral because the kid, like his big thing.
Yeah, it was the kid in North Carolina that got shot at school, and his big things was superheroes, and his mom asked everybody to come dressed up as superheroes. Yeah. Well, the word trickled down to us, and so Superman reached out to him and said, "Hey, this is who we are. This is what we do. Can we come?"
Yeah, and of course they were
all over it, and we came and. And his mom was in tears, and
there were people, like, there was a guy that brought, like, basically almost an authentic Batmobile. Like, it was cool. How much was the banner? It was about $100, I think. Yeah. I think I paid $100 for it, but we bought it like over a year ago. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we liked to do. If we can't do the hospital, because the hospital's just too much. It's always on a Friday afternoon. And I really can't get off Fridays. And then with you trying to be back, by the time I get off, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. So we'd like to do the Ronald McDonald plane pool, where we go out and pool 747.
That's pretty cool.
And then it's called Halloween with a Heart, where all the special needs children come and they do their trick-or-treating, and all the businesses come in and they set up booths and they walk around, and we walk around with them. It's really cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. Halloween with a Heart's pretty neat. So... Anyway, so that was something, that was always, we kind of have a little special place in this little blood pumping thing here for special needs kids. We tend to flock to those little ones. We definitely enjoy special needs kids. We love all kids, but special needs kids definitely have a special place in this.
So, Farm on Quail Hollow, thank you so much. But I would like to get up with you guys, and I want to see, do you guys think that if we purchased some quail eggs from you guys, that they would ship and make it here to us okay?
I feel like they probably would.
So do I.
Yeah. We gotta, because we definitely got to get back into quail.
Yeah, it's time for
we the last batch we had, we butchered them out. And
the last batch we got from somebody local.
And they were not good.
They were not the best, the healthiest set of quail. I think they were a little bit too much interbred.
Yeah, so.
You know what I mean.
But we butchered them out and didn't choose to continue. I think, if I remember correctly, we were trying to breed them out, and the fertility rate, which I don't know how many of y'all know this, but Coturnix quail especially, their fertility rate is like through the charts. And but their fertility rate's so high. When you hatch them out, you're bound to get, babies. And the hatch rate was not very good. So that's what made us suspect that there was probably a little bit of interbreeding going on that was not...
AJ Farms does, and they are great. Well, we're not ready for them right now. When do you think that you would be... when you would have them? Have you guys had any huckleberry stuff? Is that stuff?
Yeah, stuff. Huckleberry.
No, I don't know about any huckleberry stuff. No. Linda, we need to
She
chat.
just sent something. She sent a picture.
Oh, she did?
Or something. Sent an email. I just saw it come up.
All right, cool. But I still want to talk to you because I got some homework for you.
So anyway, yeah. I'm going to make a drink. So I say goodnight. Good night, Mike.
Jams, wine, etc.
No. We haven't had any huckleberry. I don't think... Does huckleberry grow around here anywhere?
I don't think so.
Let's see.
So, you need an address. Whose address? Our address?
Oh. We'll send it to you.
We'll send it to you.
Huckleberry.
So, for those of you that have been sticking around, Miss Linda has hired us to help her
Cured.
with her homestead. She's building a homestead up in Montana.
Very cool.
And let me tell you something. Montana's on the map for us a possible place for us to move to.
We started looking at a couple of different things because it's got a lot of the things that we're looking for.
Yeah.
If we were to ever move from here.
I think we're going to move next to Miss Linda. Because her spot because you would I guess you would have, with your Native American blood, you would have to, well, you already are claimed in a tribe, right?
In Cherokee and Tulsa.
Yeah. So.
I am.
Miss Linda is going to, and Miss Linda's very excited about her process starting. What?
That's snow.
Yeah. They're in Montana.
That's a lot of snow.
That's not a lot of snow. But
anyway.
So, okay, guys. Well, everybody's dropping off. I was hoping that we would hit 100 tonight, but we got to 40.
We're a little over 40.
Yeah.
A little over 40. But, alright, well. I guess we'll say good evening. And bid everybody adieu.
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 Adieu. So we're going to call it. You guys be watching out on if I can get Robyn to get in front of the camera tomorrow when she's doing a lot of her cooking stuff. Be watching for a video. I don't know which channel it's gonna be on.
We might do a little bit for both. And I feel like it's probably going to be like snippets of stuff. It's not gonna be like this is a how-to. Like, don't you think? Like,
yeah.
Because a lot of this stuff I'm just trying from, crackers I've never done before. I've done bread before, but I've never done hamburger buns.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a new kind of thing. So
be paying attention later on tonight. I'm not promising anything, but we may jump on for Insomnia for a little while. We may or may not. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little tired, but yet I haven't eaten yet, so we'll see. I don't know. Can't promise anything. Just be on the lookout. Alright, guys, remember, be kind to one another. It's getting to be the season where everybody does want to be nice to each other. Mm-hmm. Unless you're fighting for a sale, which I don't understand. But be kind to one another. Love on one another. And just be nice. It's the best way to put it. Remember to recycle, reuse, and repurpose. and make this world. That's right. Jatan is in the hospital. I forgot. I knew there was something. Y'all say a prayer for Jatan. She is in the hospital right now. She had to go to the ER.
Oh no.
Don't know exactly what is going on.
I know Suburban had something earlier too. She had to go to the urgent care for some stuff with her eyes.
I'm not talking to her about that right now. I tried to help her. Mm-hmm. She told me no, we were not allowed to come get her to take her because
her husband was going to be home.
Yeah, but he was like hours out. Mm-hmm. And so she's better than us.
No.
No, I'm glad that all
worked out.
Kinda.
She's still waiting on it to pass, but turd.
Reuse, repurpose, recycle, keep stuff out of the landfills. Mm-hmm. We're not getting any more land. And we're not getting another planet.
This is definitely true.
So we got to take care. We are put on here as husbands of this planet. We're supposed to take care of it and to do our absolute best. We need to practice that. Alright guys, thanks for coming by. Y'all have a wonderful evening. We may see you in Insomnia later this evening. We may not. I don't know. Depends on how much this alcohol starts to kick in. And we will see what.
I was just going to say, tell Kathy we got your email, and I'm so glad to see that she's making a step forward. She's getting ready to start looking for her forever homestead, so it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yes, very, very cool. Whoop, whoop, eggnog. Amen to that. That's what we need. Eggnog. Mm-hmm. A little bit of rum.
Do you know that rum came from the leftover mash from the sugar cane that the slaves saved, and that's what they used as a comfort drink and to help with pain and everything like that. And now it's one of the most high-priced alcohols.
Yep.
There's some useless information for you.
I hear After Hours Live brewing.
Yeah, it just may.
Like it might happen.
It just may happen. All right, y'all. Good night. Y'all take care. And we will see you guys next time.